Hello climbers! Thanks so much for tuning in to our Hills and Valleys Incorporated channel, where we provide strategic instructions that will assist learning individuals such as yourself to live your life with flourish, finesse, and flair. My name is Tammy, and I am the founder and Chief Strategic Life Refiner of Hills and Valleys Incorporated. I'm so pleased to introduce my organization to you and to let you know that we are an organization which provides personal development services that is focused on becoming your advocate to align your truth with your passions and your purpose. I would love for us to get to know one another better, and I would also love to begin conversations that will give you a more intimate glimpse about the Hills and Valleys Incorporated program and the development of action plans that will be built around you and your development of objectives and within your timing and within your schedule. Rest assured that the program and the action plans will definitely work for you, because you will take the lead on choosing the Hills and Valleys program elements that you wish to explore, and we're going to work together to develop action plans that will be applied within your current life activities, which of course is going to bring you forward with your identified goals and objectives in a timely and a successful manner. So please reach out to me and let's connect, talk, and partner. I am confident that we will be able to do great things together and bring about great next level living activities that will improve your placement in this world. We need your greatness to shine, and someone is waiting for you so that your shine could also light their pathway. Now is your time to move forward and to live your power, so let's connect. Today's talk is about discovering your voice, uncovering your niche, and putting into action your influence. So, of course, we need to begin at the beginning, and that beginning is with you. Yeah, you. Don't cover your eyes, don't hide behind your mask, and definitely don't leave the room. Stand firm, stand tall, put your shoulders back, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, step up and get ready to meet the challenges ahead to step forward into your 2 next and your 2 better. Now that we've laid a foundation of readiness, let's begin. Before we look into the discovery of your voice, let's talk about what I mean when I make reference to your voice. Your voice literally is the sound coming out of your mouth. Metaphorically, your voice is your unique identity and your unique style in the way that you choose to express yourself. You are in control of your voice, maybe not in the literal sense. Some of us have a deeper or a higher timbre, and that can't really be controlled. Okay, well, sort of. But there's a whole industry and a series of activities that need to take place, and that of course would have to be on a separate video teaching. As always, I'm open to discussing any topic that is of interest to you, so please contact me and let me know if there's something that you would like me to delve into further and discuss on this channel. I love hearing from you, so let's keep the connection flowing. So back to today's subject at hand, about finding your voice. Although there may be certain elements in terms of pitch and sound that is more difficult to change, there are areas in which you do have the control, and therefore you can and you do have the ability to make changes. This control definitely gives you the opportunity to present your you to the world with your unique style and with your unique identity that best supports and expresses your authentic you to others. Take time when you are speaking to properly enunciate your words. This means that your focus must be on making the sound of your words come through clearly, so that people don't have to strain when you are speaking, and they don't associate your speech with mumbling rather than talking. Your mumbling means that others are hearing the expression of your voice as garbled sounds in a low, confused, indistinct manner, and then those people are never quite sure about what you're really saying. This ambiguity between what you say and what others believe that they hear loses the strength of your voice. Your words, therefore, are not being expressed with strength and dignity and authenticity. You deserve to be heard. You deserve the connections of your voice with your most authentic you to resonate with others. This means that we need to look at the best ways to strengthen your voice. Literally, the sound of your voice is produced by the vibration of the vocal folds, which are two bands of smooth muscle positioned opposite each other in the larynx, which is also known as your voice box. The voice box opens up, and it is the air that's passing through the larynx that causes the vocal cords to vibrate and produce a sound. So, now that we have an idea of the behind-the-scenes activity with the sound, let's turn our attention to strengthening our voice box, our larynx. Take a deep breath in, hold your breath, start swallowing while you're holding your breath at the same time. These swallowing exercises will improve the strength, the mobility, and the control of your voice box, which is also known as your larynx muscle. Another important aspect in the delivery of your voice is in the strong manner of the expression of your voice. Your voice can either be expressed in an active manner or in a passive manner. The active manner is a term used to classify sentences or expressions in which the person takes control of the action that is being performed. So, you would identify yourself in the sentence first and then talk about the performance of the action that you were taking to describe the rest of the situation from your point of view and from the action that was first taken. The passive voice is the flip of what I just explained, which means that the person is no longer taking control of the action. It's the action that's taking control, and the action is the main focus of that sentence. If we look at identifying ourselves and where we are placed in the sentence, we would place the action as the first and the main point of the sentence, and then we would be placed as the supporting role to whatever action is being taken place. So, if we use a real example in which we use the action of the expression of your voice in a sentence in an active way, is when we say, I will express my most authentic voice to the world. And if we're saying it in a passive way, those same words flipped in reverse would be stated as, the world will receive my most authentic voice. You can hear the difference in strength and the positioning between the first sentence, which is in active form, and the second sentence, which is in a passive form. The active statement denoted power and control. It showed that the authentic voice is where the attention should be placed, and the world should feel privileged that the authentic voice is allowing it to be part of that experience. In the second sentence, it was the world experience that took first place, and they took first position, and the voice was just something that happened as one of the many elements that were taking place in the world. So, although both sentences were referencing the voice became so much more powerful when it was described in an active manner. This is what I'm encouraging you to do with your voice. Be active. Express yourself in an active manner and position your voice with active behavior that demonstrates strength, it demonstrates dignity, and demonstrates authenticity. Now that we've taken some time to discuss the how and the importance of presenting your voice with strength, dignity, and authenticity, we need to look into the what and the information on what your voice will express and present. We will call the what and the information of what you're going to express and present as your niche. What exactly is your niche? First, we'll look at a general definition to explain what a niche is, and then we'll delve tighter in on that definition and we'll relate it in a personal way to discuss the benefits of discovering and having a niche that relates to you and how your niche will your niche will support the expression of your voice with strength, dignity, and authenticity. A niche is a focused, targeted area that is specific and unique to your artistry, your talents, and your capabilities to solve problems, convey new ways of thinking, and implement active listening techniques in which you become positioned as a brand expert in a particular area. Becoming the go-to brand expert establishes you as a credible resource in a particular area, and also recognizes that your attention, your concern, your deliberation will produce focused results that will extend beyond just the quick surface level, non-studied explanations or resolutions. Since your niche will go beyond the surface level of interest of a particular area, you need to choose a niche that also goes beyond something that you're just kind of interested in. Your niche must be an expression of your specialty or something that you see yourself being passionate about doing for a long period of time, for at least the next 5 years or so. You also want to select a niche that will be something that you will continue to work on and develop, even if you don't receive any positive affirmations or interest from others in the immediate short-term period as well. You want your niche to be in an area or a subject in which you have special skills or experience or training and education, or even knowledge that you've worked on and developed through your work, volunteer, or life experiences. Of course, as with everything, there's a test and a trial period. Figuring out your niche won't, and it doesn't just happen that quickly or easily for everyone. Don't despair. Remain open. The discovery of your niche will come. Be open and receptive to what you may find interest in as you enter into experiencing new activities. The more that you do, and the more enterprises that you become involved with, the more open your space and the opportunities become in which you can gain and foster and make connections with your soul, as well as experience opportunities which will bring you closer to reaching that sweet spot where you'll be able to identify your niche. That sweet spot comes about through active reflection, and it is when all the pieces, your interest, your passions, and your knowledge come together. The discovery of your niche includes your excitement to share your interest, your passions, and your knowledge with others. At this point, we need to take a step back and recognize that your niche cannot be all about you. You now need to look outwards, and you need to put work into further developing how you will work your niche into making sure that you can target and modify strategies that will meet the needs of others, or either on a personal or a business level, or even both. As long as we look outwards, we also need to consider your influence. The power of your influence refers to the ability to have a positive impact on others and to persuade or convince them in a manner which garners their support. The ability of your influence and the effectiveness of the power of your influence will empower development, accelerate results, and ultimately improve the environment and experience of others. In order to truly be effective with your influence, you must develop an understanding of yourself by finding your voice and discovering your niche, so that your impact, which is also known as your influence, will provide an impact that resonates your strength, it resonates your dignity, and resonates your authenticity. You must be identified with providing clear value. Your influence commands respect, and it leads others to know that you will get it done. And when you get it done, you will do so in a process that is respectful, collaborative, and thoughtful. Your influence must express the specialization of your craft or your artistry in a manner that awakens inspiration, persuasion, and encouragement from and in others. Recognize that you can't do everything, and you can't compete with everyone, which further supports why there should be a convergence of your interests with the discovery and the expression of your niche. The most successful expressions of your voice and your niche and your influence is when your most authentic self is expressed in a manner that resonates truth to you and to your soul. People can feel and can sense authenticity, and this is why your authentic voice must always resonate the alignment of your truth with all that you do, with all that you say, and all that you speak. Authenticity and making focused connections with others provide clarity to your message, and your voice improves upon the surfaces and your influence on others and promotes you forward and upwards to next and to better. What are those common elements to bring your success in discovering your voice, uncovering your niche, and putting into action your influence to moving forward and upward to next and to better? Practice, practice, and practice. Remember when I said earlier that your niche is something that you would do even when no one is taking an interest in? Well, this is the time to say, great. I'm glad that I have this time where there are a few people engaging with my services, and therefore I can use this minimal level of involvement from others to take the time on honing in on developing my artistry and craft. The flip side of the coin, in which little interest is being paid attention to you, is that this is the time that you can take to hone in your style and to hone in on your message. This is your practice time. So cultivate a practice arena by reaching out to different people that are at different points of their journey and ask them to provide you with some critical observations to identify areas where you may need to put a little bit more attention and a little bit more investment in so that you can remove aspects of ambiguity around your messages, your offerings, and your products and services. Continue to work on building connections and foster having a good rapport with your colleagues. Listen before you try to persuade. Practice the discipline of focus and truly listen to both the words and the overall messages that a person is trying to convey with you in your discussion. Pay attention to your tone and adopt a posture that shows that you care, that you are confident with the delivery of your message, and that you are worthy of the respect and the attention that you are commanding. Develop your expertise and continue to learn your artistry and your craft by staying up to date and staying informed about both the relevant and the irrelevant aspects of your specialization. Be strategic and create a process map of the strategy that you're planning to take to bring you from here to there, including the identification of your approach and your networks. Consider the needs of others and do your homework to present ideas, products, and services that will meet people where they're at and with what they want. So as always, I thank you for taking the time to listen to me, provide you with a high-level overview of discovering your voice, uncovering your niche, and putting into action your influence. Thanks so much for tuning in. My passion is to assist learning individuals live their lives with finesse, flourish, and flair. Keep on keeping on and live your power. Bye, climbers!